POG is celebrating its 11th year anniversary with its Servolution Celebration Weekend starting Friday, April 19th through Sunday, April 21st. The celebration will kick off Friday at 7 p.m. with a free concert featuring Cedric Shannon Reeves, Amber Bullock, and Perfection. Saturday, April 20th, the pastors are honoring the plugged-in leaders, workers, and servers of the POG with a plugged-in awards banquet. The celebration will end on Sunday with 3 special services. 8:30 a.m. service featuring Pastor Anthony King of Faith International Ministry Center Church. 11 o'clock a.m. service featuring Pastor Arthur Parsons of the Pursuit of God Church. And the 6 o'clock p.m. service featuring Bishop Edward Stevens Jr. of Golden Gate Cathedral. For more information, visit thepursuitofgod.org or call 901-353-5772.
John 10:10. Boy, y'all on to something. Hallelujah. Tell your neighbor, you on to something. See, it used to be something on you. Folk, you see you go, ooh, because it was something on you, but now you own to something. John 10:10 tells us that the thief cometh not but what? To steal, to kill, and to destroy. So ain't no need playing with the devil, because he is strategically he has studied you for years. He knows what you like, what you don't like. He knows who you like, who you don't like. He knows what your temptations, frustration, and imaginations are. And so when he comes to you, he don't come to you on a whim. He comes to you because he understands your worth more than you do. And so we talked about how he comes not just to steal you and to kill you. You know, most of you think the devil wants you dead. I told you, you're worth more alive to Satan than you are dead. He would rather keep you alive and depressed. He'd rather keep you alive and sick. He'd rather keep you alive and broke than dead, because if you're dead, you go to heaven. But he want to keep you down here with the potential of converting you to be a representative of him. So he's always coming at you to steal, kill, and destroy. We say, what is he trying to kill, steal, and destroy? He's trying to steal your mind. He's trying to kill your voice, and he's trying to destroy your image. He's trying to kill your mind, because we know that imagination is the cradle of creation. And if he can get some thoughts in your mind, then some words going to come out of your mouth. And if the words come out of your mouth, he knows that life and death is in the power of your tongue. And if you have death thoughts, you're going to speak death words. And then death emotions going to come upon you. A death image going to come upon you. And that's why you got people saying the right thing, wearing the right thing, and they doing what seems to be all the right things, but ain't no righteousness coming up out of them. Why? Because they have evil thoughts. They got conniving, contrary. You'll be like, man, they saying all the right stuff, but some just don't feel right. There's something there's a little bit of God's discernment that's left in you and telling you that something ain't right. But I like that the verse didn't just stop there with Satan come to steal, kill, and destroy. He says, but I am come. I am. That's the name of God. A name of God is I am. So you can really say God is come. Well, what did he come for? He came that you might have. He came that you might have. He came that you might have. And what kind of life he wants you to have? Now slow down. He wants you to have more. He came that you might have life. Then he came that you might have more. Then he came that you might have it. Now what sounds lack about that? He came that we might have life and that we might have it more abundant. And I want you to go to one of the most known scriptures in the Bible, John 3:16. It says what? For God so the world that he, hold on. He so loved the world that he, He so love, he so love, he. If they ain't giving to you, they don't love you. I said if they ain't giving to you, they don't love you. They lust you. And you haven't seen love in such a long time, you don't even know what love looked like. You so used to folk cussing you out just because somebody said, hey, what's up with you, shawty? You think that's love. He said, for God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that only begotten son, that whosoever believed. That's why we had to hit that, I believe, I believe. See, every time we said that, y'all know the atmosphere went higher and higher. God said, you mean I done finally found some folk this Sunday morning that believe. 4,108 churches in Memphis, and I done finally found one that I can stop by and make a tent at because they believe up in here. He said, for whosoever believe in him should not perish, but have. Now, John 10:10 said he came that you might have what? What'd I say? I said John 10:10. Oh, y'all did right. That you might have life. I was finna whoop y'all. That ain't what I said. No, okay. That you might have life, have it. And this one just said that I can have. Well, why are y'all trying to die and go to heaven if the verses say he came for you to have? He came for you to have what? And he came for you to have and came for you to have. And again, I ask you, why are you trying to die and go on and be with the Lord? He did not come for you to die. You can't find no scripture where Jesus was talking about, come on, I got to get y'all to go to heaven. No, he was talking about expanding the kingdom. He wasn't talking about you living. And even in him talking about you living, he said you must live, you must die so that you can live. He was talking about let your flesh die so you can live this abundant life, this everlasting life, but you trying to die. You wants to go to heaven so you can get some shoes, so you can have some gold. You want in heaven, heaven, all of God's children got shoes. You mean I got to wait till I get to heaven before I get some gators? I ain't wearing no shoes in heaven. Streets of gold, my feet gonna be butt naked in heaven. I ain't wearing no shoes in heaven. It might not wear no clothes. They said the butt naked preacher, that might be pastor. So look at this. If God so loved that he gave for us to have everlasting life, and then he came that we might have life more abundantly. If he's God and he's supreme and he paid the sacrifice for us to get abundant living and everlasting life, why are we broke and sick? Hold on, I've been inquisitive all my life. So I didn't do good with a religion that said you just don't ask God questions. I thought he was the all-knowing. You mean I can't ask the one to know the answer to everything? I can't ask him nothing? Who am I ask you? You don't know nothing. Let me show you why he died for it, but you ain't got it. Go to Job 36 and 11. Job 36 and 11. What kind of life? And who paid for that kind of life? God gave his only begotten son. His only begotten son gave his life for us to have everlasting life and for us to have a life abundance. And right now, if I took $100 offering, half of y'all would get mad as hell. Why? Not that you don't believe in the principles of giving, you ain't got it. And you feel it will threaten some other things that you need to do. And I'm getting ready to show you why you don't have it. Have you ever wanted to know why I don't have it? Because if you discover why you don't have it, then if you stop doing what you're doing that caused you to not have it, then maybe you one act of obedience away from prosperity. Go back. Job 36:11 says if. Now, whenever you see if, that means it's a condition. It means if you do what comes behind the if, you get what the if said you can get. But if you don't do what comes behind the if, you get Nathan. Now, it says, if they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity. This is not a trick question. What's another word that can be used for prosperity? Wealth and, abundance. You talking about that kind of life that he came that you might have and have it more abundant. He said that if you obey and serve him, you'll spend your days in prosperity and your years everlasting in pleasure.
The POG is celebrating its 11th year anniversary with its Servolution Celebration Weekend starting Friday, April 19th through Sunday, April 21st. The celebration will kick off Friday at 7 p.m. with a free concert featuring Cedric Shannon Reeves, Amber Bullock, and Perfection. Saturday, April 20th, the pastors are honoring the plugged-in leaders, workers, and servers of the POG with a plugged-in awards banquet. The celebration will end on Sunday with 3 special services. 8:30 a.m. service featuring Pastor Anthony King of Faith International Ministry Center Church. 11 o'clock a.m. service featuring Pastor Arthur Parsons of the Pursuit of God Church. And the 6 o'clock p.m. service featuring Bishop Edward Stevens Jr. of Golden Gate Cathedral. For more information, visit thepursuitofgod.org or call 901-353-5772.
So the thing that has been standing between me and abundance and prosperity is something or somebody that I hadn't been obeying. There are some principles or some people, some systems that I haven't been obeying, or there's some service that I have not been yielding. So you thought you had to get 6 years worth of degrees and $200,000 worth of student loans. Well, I know some broke student loan people. I know some folks with 6 years degrees that ain't got a job. So 6 years degrees doesn't guarantee you nothing but a degree. And sometimes them degrees get you frozen. But I guarantee you that if you obey and serve, prosperity is looking for you. It's looking for you. Somebody say it's looking for me. And it will find you in a space and time called obedience and service. It ain't going to find you over there hoping and a praying. It ain't going to find you over there scheming and lying. It ain't going to find you over there because it's not looking at scheming and lying. It's looking at a space and time called obedience and service, and that's where your prosperity is. Now, Pastor, why would you call this embracing? Because I found out that our people, especially our people, have been brainwashed. We've been hoodwinked. We've been bamboozled. We've been conditioned in a manner that whenever we hear wealth, we get afraid and we clutch up because we think we're about to be manipulated. Now, group therapy means when you get a group together and you release a revelation that causes this group to come together for the progress of all that's involved with the group. Brainwashing is when you get a group together and it's reverse group therapy. It causes the people to not come together but to disperse and to hate each other and look each other in a suspicious, non-trusting way. So it causes them, instead of coming together, it causes them to disperse to the manner that they will eventually disintegrate. Now, I'm finna make some of y'all Uncle Reverend Slewfoot and them mad today. No other church despises prosperity teaching, or other churches of other nationalities despise it being taught in this church more so than the African American. They do not want the African American church to get this revelation. Why? Because the day that we get this revelation, the day we lose our slave pass. Y'all better listen to me now. Slave pass. The borrower is slave to the lender. The day you get the revelation that you can stop immediate self-gratification, wait 1 year in the same car that you finna pay $6,000 for from a tote your note lot. If you wait 1 month or wait a year or don't spend your income tax on some 20 and some TV screens and some gator boots and got your light bill in your mama name. If you wait 1 year and save $1,500, you can pay cash for the same car for $1,500, drive it 2 years instead of for $2,000. So when they set the slaves free and they let the slave have their own religion, we said we can't let these people get the revelation that he came for all of us to have life more abundantly. We can't let them get the revelation that they can have everlasting life. So what we've got to do, we've got to assign them preachers who will tell them, wait till that great get up morning. Fare you well. Fare you well. I'm going to lay my burdens down. But where you going to lay them down at? Over there down by the riverside. One of these mornings, it won't be long. You're going to look for me in heaven, heaven, all of God's children got you. So here's what they did. They didn't want you at their church, so they formed missionary churches. Security, stand close by. Stand close by, security. Missionary churches. Well, if it's a missionary church, that means somebody's financing the mission. And if I'm financing the mission, you don't say what you want to say. You say what I tell you to say. And you tell them that they must work hard and they're going to get their reward in heaven. And if they don't work hard, you tell them God don't like laziness. So they call you lazy slaves. Now tell me, what incentive did a slave have to work hard for? Were they going to give them a retirement plan, a gold watch, and a vacation home on the other side of the plantation? No, they were going to work you till you dead. Oh, but when you die, you're going to heaven. Can y'all handle this morning? So the missionaries, and I didn't say what denomination, so don't come up and messing with me. I said the missionaries. The missionaries were taught in many cases to tell you to wait till you get to heaven. They were taught to tell you to be servant to your master, submit and obey to your master. And they never equated that to the spiritual master. They equated that to your natural master. They told you to work hard. For what? They never told you about seed time and harvest. And here's what's happening. Some of our brothers really don't know, but they are generational programmed to be anti-wealth, anti-abundance. Because if you get the revelation, then they may lose their grant money. Didn't mean to go this deep, but I got to go now. I'm in there now. So in Korea, when they brainwashed, they had 7,000 people in a prison camp. Some of the prison camps didn't even have fences or security guards. The way that they kept them in the fence was they used the brainwashing technology of divide and conquer. Denominations. D means take away. So you taking away the nation's ability. Denomination. So, which is another form. I done got deeper than I wanted to go. So he says, I'm going to touch this and then I'm going to get off of it. Pray for me, Quincy. I'll touch this and I'm going to get off of it. So the way that they brainwashed them is they put all of them together, and if someone would try to escape from poverty, escape from bondage, escape from dysfunction, they would reward the ones who would snitch with some candy and an apple. They would reward the ones who would snitch. And then when the one that they found out that was trying to escape, they would pull them out in sub-degree temperatures and shower them with ice water and then beat them in front of everybody. So now there were no prison walls. There were no guards. They were brainwashed. And they didn't want to get out because they had a fear if they tried to get out, something was going to happen. Uncle such and such tried to get out, and he doing time for taxes now. It's horrible when you're brainwashed and don't know it. And I don't even like it. It's really not brainwashed, it's brain dirty. So now they brainwashed us into believing that every time you hear a preacher talk about money, that he is self-servant. But when clearly, let's just investigate, let's get back in this. Clearly, the scripture says that we ought to have. And we ought to not just have a little. It doesn't take all of that. Why the preacher got to drive a Cadillac? Because they nice. When Joseph rose up in the rank, they said the king gave him the finest chariot. I got a feeling that wasn't a 76 Pinto with a check engine light on it. And even when Jesus got ready to get a ride, he said, go get me an ass that ain't never been ridden before. What he said, go get me one brand new off the showroom floor. He didn't go to the Tochino lot. He said, give me that old broke mule with the back sunk down with one leg shorter than the other, with an eye hanging out, and I'm going to lay hand. No, he said, I don't want nobody else to sit in. Now I'm finna mess you up. I'm finna mess your theology up now. But Jesus was poor, and he had no place to lay his head. Okay. How many of y'all that's poor got a treasurer walking around with you? Your banker following you everywhere you go. Where we going? Your banker following you everywhere you go. You know why your banker ain't following you? Your banker doing like this. He's trying to get away from you. Your banker call you, when you gonna cover these checks?
The POG is celebrating its 11th year anniversary with its Servolution Celebration Weekend starting Friday, April 19th through Sunday, April 21st. The celebration will kick off Friday at 7 p.m. with a free concert featuring Cedric Shannon Reeves, Amber Bullock, and Perfection. Saturday, April 20th, the pastors are honoring the plugged-in leaders, workers, and servers of the POG with a plugged-in awards banquet. The celebration will end on Sunday with 3 special services. 8:30 a.m. service featuring Pastor Anthony King of Faith International Ministry Center Church. 11 o'clock a.m. service featuring Pastor Arthur Parsons of the Pursuit of God Church. And a 6 o'clock p.m. service featuring Bishop Edward Stevens Jr. of Golden Gate Cathedral. For more information, visit thepursuitofgod.org or call 901-353-5772.
And there you have it. You've just experienced what takes place regularly at the Transformation Center. Listen, we just want to invite you to come on in and have a real encounter. Go to our website at thepursuitofgod.org or call us at 901-353-5772 so that we can give you more information about what we're doing and keep you abreast to all of the services and the events that we have. We trust that God met you at the point of your expectation, and we just encourage you, come and fellowship with us at the Transformation Center.
If you'd like to see this message in its entirety, please connect with us on Facebook at Pursuit of God Church, Memphis. Feel free to like and share our videos with your friends and family. Social media is a big part of what we do, and we strive to provide relevant information about our church and our upcoming events. God bless you.